A month with any new iPhone really feels like the right amount of time to feel like you know it. The hype dies down, the setup bugs settle, and you find out what it's actually like to live with it every single day. So after a month with both the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Pro Max, here's what I've learned: the good, the bad, and whether they're worth the upgrade. Now, I've been using both the 17 Pro and the 17 Pro Max side by side. I have the 17 Pro in deep blue for work, and the 17 Pro Max in cosmic orange is my personal phone. The Pro is my daily business companion. Calls, messages, emails, shooting client content, running my calendar, while the Pro Max is my evening and weekend phone, mainly for content consumption, catching up with friends and family via FaceTime and phone calls, and for video shoots for the channel. The 17 Pro might be my favorite sized iPhone ever. It slips perfectly into a suit jacket or pocket, and I often forget it's even there. The new aluminium unibody design feels solid but lightweight, and that deep blue color, it's classy, understated, and looks really professional in any setting. The 17 Pro Max is a different beast altogether. That cosmic orange really caught me off guard at first. I almost instantly regretted buying that color, especially in such a big phone, but it's really grown on me. After years and years of muted Pro colors, it's refreshing to see Apple do something bold and confident. It feels like Apple finally allowed themselves to have a bit of fun again. Both phones feel fantastic in the hand. They don't get slippery, and crucially, I've not noticed them getting hot. Even under load or when charging for hours, they only ever get slightly warm. That's down to the new aluminium build and the vapor chamber. And honestly, it makes a big difference in day-to-day comfort. Battery life was an absolute roller coaster in the first week. On the 17 Pro, leaving the house at 7 in the morning with 100% battery, I was barely at 20% by the time I got back at lunchtime, and I'd had to give it another full charge just to make it through the rest of the day. But after a week or two, things settled down, and it easily powers through a full working day now. I'm guessing the early battery drain was down to background indexing and having to reinstall apps. The 17 Pro Max though is an absolute powerhouse. On normal days, I can go 2 full days without charging. And even when I'm going through periods of heavy content creation, I'm still just doing a top up every day. Granted, I only use the Pro Max evenings and weekends, but it is impressive. Easily the best battery life I've ever had on any iPhone. Now, the camera system. Rear cameras are improved, yes, especially in zoom flexibility, but they don't feel revolutionary over the 15 Pro or the 16 Pro. The new 4x and 8x crop options give you way more usable results than the 5x zoom on the 15 and 16 Pros, so that's definitely a win. Where I've really noticed the upgrade is to the front camera. The jump to 18 megapixels from 12 combined with the new square sensor lets me instantly switch to landscape at the touch of a button, and that's a game changer for creators like me. It's completely changed how I film YouTube content. Before, using the rear cameras meant running back and forth to check framing, lighting setup, recording, stopping, adjusting, recording, readjusting, a good 5 or 6 takes before I could even start recording. Now, I just stick my phone on a tripod, switch to the landscape mode on the front camera, and I'm filming in seconds. I can see everything in front of me, make instant adjustments to lighting and framing, and save a ton of time. Massive improvement. Now, I will just mention for transparency that the new 18 megapixel camera with the square sensor is available on all variants of the iPhone this year. You get it on the regular iPhone, you get it on the iPhone Air, and of course you get it on the Pros. The screens are another big win. The new anti-reflective coating, while not perfect, is noticeably better than the 15 and 16 Pros. I can now finally see the display clearly when outdoors in direct sunlight, which just wasn't the case on previous iPhones, for me personally. And Ceramic Shield 2 does feel tougher. I am careful with my phones. After all, I've spent a lot of money on them, why wouldn't you be? But I usually pick up micro scratches within a couple weeks. This time, there's been nothing noticeable. And for the first time in years, I've been risking both phones without a screen protector. The only marks on my 17 Pro Max are tiny, right at the edges and barely noticeable. And I think that might be from having the phone in my back jeans pocket while driving. So yeah, Ceramic Shield 2, definite improvement. Performance-wise, both Pro phones are absolutely flawless. Everything from AI tools to photo and video editing and normal day-to-day apps just feel instant. No lag, no stutter. I've had no crashes yet. And as I said earlier, no overheating. That's something that Apple really seems to have nailed this year. So after a month, do I regret upgrading? Both these phones have grown on me the more and more I've used them. Now, I would not tell anyone who has a 15 or 16 Pro and is happy with what they're doing for their individual use cases to rush out and upgrade. Save the money. Unless you're a heavy user and or do a lot of content creation. But if you're coming from a 14 Pro or earlier, it's a major upgrade. Better cameras, better battery, cooler operation, a stronger screen, and some genuine quality of life improvements. But looking at the rest of the iPhone lineup, with the regular iPhone getting so many Pro features this year and the iPhone Air, there is a compelling argument that previous Pro users should just stop and think about whether they really need to spend the extra money on a Pro phone. If you're not someone who relies on the zoom capabilities of the camera, you want a big screen and you don't want the weight, the iPhone Air could be worth a look this year. And if you want a balance of great camera combined with a fantastic front camera, good battery life and portability, the regular iPhone is a great choice. If you've picked up an iPhone Pro this year, let me know whether you went Pro or Pro Max, what color you went for, and how you're finding it. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out our channel memberships to support the show. That's it from me. I'll see you on the next one.